His cries
I'm scared. I'm scared.
fell on deaf ears.
Let me see your hands. Put your hands behind your back. Give me your hand.
Before George Floyd, there was Ronald Greene in 2019. A traffic stop turned into a tase fest. Troopers in Louisiana punched and stunned him until he went limp and died. And the worst part, they lied and blamed his death on a car accident.
The cover-up is so heavy.
And now, 5 years later, most of the serious charges against those 5 officers involved have been wiped. His mother says they're getting away with murder.
At some point, this has to stop.
I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. It was the most disturbing 30 minutes ever for Mona Hardin. Her son, Ronald Greene, he died in 2019. Louisiana State Police said back then that it was because of a bad car crash, but it took her 2 long years of fighting for the body camera footage to really get a glimpse of what happened to him and to ultimately discover that state police were not telling the truth.
Let me see your
How a traffic stop
I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared.
turns into this.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Oh no, get out of the house. I'm scared. I'm just scared.
It took troopers 4 minutes to get 49-year-old Ronald Greene out of his car and in handcuffs, but not before the punching, the tasing, and kneeling on his back.
Put your hands behind your back, Put your hands behind your back. Look, you're about to get it again if you don't put your hands behind your back.
They finally got him cuffed, sat him up. He was battered and bloodied, appearing to lose consciousness.
You stupid blood all over. I hope this guy ain't got AIDS.
One trooper radios to a supervisor.
Well, this guy was drunk, and I think he was wet.
Yeah.
And I beat the ever-living out of him, choked him, and everything else trying to get him under control. And the son of a bitch was still fighting, and we were still wrestling with him, trying to hold him down because he was spitting blood everywhere.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he just went limp.
How it unfolded has been a total nightmare. But
Greene's mother, though, Mona Hardin, she got none of that crucial information.
thought it was the truth that Ronnie died in a car wreck.
But the physician on duty, he raised a red flag from the jump.
The physician on duty said that he didn't die of a car accident.
We're blurring these photos because they're extremely graphic, but the family did share these images with us. Greene was badly bruised with markings from the taser all over his body.
The troopers who wrote their reports did not add up. One said that high-speed pursuit happened, and they were saying that he died on impact. And another report said that it was told to us that Ronnie got out of the car running, a chase pursuit.
As his mother, you're trying to figure things out. It had to be a moment of like, huh?
We were in panic mode, and we were in shock, and we're still in shock.
It'd be 462 days until state police would even launch an investigation, never revealing to the public or the family that there was body camera footage.
The cover-up is so heavy.
So you didn't get the truth until that body camera footage came out?
Well over a year and a half later.
And that was thanks to the Associated Press, who first obtained and released the footage to the public in 2021. This is what District Attorney John Belton told reporters back then.
He did not have his day in court. He was tried and executed on the street.
The following year, the 5 remaining troopers involved, Dakota DeMoss, John Clary, Chris Harpin, John Peters, and Corey York, will be indicted on a range of charges, including felony malfeasance and negligent homicide.
And they just left these loopholes to where, one by one, those 5 indictments were just being kicked to the curb.
Hardin says those indictments meant nothing because now, over 5 years after Greene's death, the district attorney is singing a different tune. The more serious charges against these officers have since been dropped. Trooper Dakota DeMoss, who was accused of blocking his body camera. Also, Troopers John Clary and John Peters, they all walk free today. And last month, in a gut-punching move for the family, District Attorney Belton dismissed the most serious negligent homicide charge against Trooper Corey York, the one accused of dragging Greene by the ankle shackles and forcing him to lie face down. District Attorney Belton, in a statement to CBS News, saying, quote, that the evidence does not meet the beyond a reasonable doubt standard necessary to secure a conviction at trial.
So this is the DA dismantling every one of those 5 indictments.
Hardin says that her son's case is eerily similar to what happened in the beating death of Tyree Nichols in Memphis last year. Those officers were arrested and just last week convicted on federal felonies related to the incident.
How the justice system will gladly throw blacks under the bus. You'll gladly throw them away forever. These are black troopers, okay? But you won't get the same with white troopers. At some point, this has to stop.
It's important to note that one of those troopers involved, Chris Hollingsworth, he actually died in a single car crash back in 2020, shortly after finding out that the Louisiana State Police Department was set to fire him. Questions, though, about how Ronald Greene died has been widely debated from the start. One autopsy saying that he died from cocaine usage, while another one saying that it was because of that physical trauma and that stun gun, which ultimately led to his death. Now, a forensic pathologist in Arkansas who independently examined his body never quite said what was the contributing factor that led to his death. We did reach out to DA Belton for a comment. We're still waiting to hear back. But that one trooper, Corey York, he still faces that malfeasance charge. His trial date is set for October 28th. For TSR Investigates, I'm Justin Carter. Hello, roommates, and thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Do you want more TSR Investigates? Be sure to subscribe and check us out at theshaderoom.com.